John, thank you for taking the time to join us here on Punters Lounge.
You're more than welcome, Michael. Pleased to be your help.
Let's talk about the big horse. I know ideally you probably don't like to race them 2 weeks apart. You had 2 weeks ago what was a very impressive victory. How's he come through that, and how was the gallop on Wednesday morning?
He galloped, he came through it nicely, very, very nicely, unperturbed. We gave him a little breeze along with one of my track riders, AJ Kumar, and on the Tuesday. And Jason came and gave him a little bit of a squirt up the straight on the Thursday, and very pleased with those efforts.
How would he be today, soundness-wise, attitude-wise, in the coat and in the fitness, compared with the run we're seeing on screen now, John?
Okay, the coat is exactly the same. He's a real hairy bear until late into the summer. He's always had a very, very long coat, so that hasn't changed a great deal, although he's shedding it nicely. His attitude has been amazingly puzzling because he just hasn't been treading on anybody or crushing people against the wall, banging them on the head with his head, and he's been very, very calm, and even going out working and so on, which he does anyway. He's calm. He's not unruly at all, but he's been very, very placid and calm. So maybe that's the calm before the storm, hopefully.
John, you were able to lead last start. It was a beautifully controlled ride by Jason Waddell. Are you thinking today that you might be a few more pairs back? You have mentioned in the media during the week that you don't have to lead. How do you see the Foxbridge playing out this afternoon?
Jason Waddell is such a professional. He's done every bit of homework you can on every horse. He has his plan, and I'm not going to mess with it. And you'll find out when the gates open what he's going to do. So he has raced a little off the pace, one or two back and out. He's raced well on the girth of horses. He's raced in front. The big worry for me would be the kickback from the sand on the track. I don't think he would like that too much, maybe, but he hasn't been in a position to cop that, so we don't know. But it's entirely up to Jason. He's hit and slipped this horse, and he knows every part of him, so it's his call.
I rang you last week and you told me something that surprised me, John, that you don't care too much if you don't win today to get into the Tarzino. You said it's a long season, there's a lot of races, it'd be nice to be there, but you're not putting all your eggs in the Tarzino basket.
Oh, exactly. To win today would be wonderful for me, with being part of the Chittick O'Sullivan dynasty. Winning the Foxbridge would be wonderful. But as far as Group 1's concerned, I'm after the money's a gilding, and we don't know the mare. So, as far as that sort of thing's concerned, that doesn't interest us. We would take hopefully a major part of the prize money on each or both races. You've got to bear in mind, these three races weren't actually planned for him. He's come up. We had him on the walker and looked after him and had him coming along nicely. So it's a bonus. And we're sort of more geared to Christmas, but running him in the railway and so on and so forth. But we can't be too precious with him. We've got to be very, very careful there. That he's a big boy and so forth, and he's 7-year-old, so he's got to cop a little bit of the hard yakka, and he's actually doing that. But what we're getting now is a bonus. We hadn't had it planned, and here we are. So we'll have a go at it.
You open the card with the horse I think is the one to beat in the first, and it's Athena Baby. Obviously a horse, John, who since he's come back from Hong Kong, you've wanted to get out to the extra distance. Didn't appear entirely comfortable on the track 2 starts ago, but I thought the win last start, John, was an arrival. Really strong performance. Do we expect to see the same version of Athena Baby today?
Yeah, a very small field, Michael, and that can trip a lot of tactics up and so forth. He's drawn the 2, so hopefully he doesn't mind a little bit of kickback if there's any in there. But the small field, Danielle would have done her homework on him, and if we can get him to relax and then start to use him early like he was, Vinny used him in the race 2 weeks ago, I would think that he'd have to be somewhere about. Well, we're going to get a check anyway because there's only 5 in it, but He's working well, and he's quite grumpy, to be honest. You know, he sort of wants to get out there. You know, so you wouldn't want to stand too close to him. He'd take a piece out of you.
Good advice, John. Nice to know. Let's talk about going quickly back to Julius. Who's the one horse, and I'm only going to give you one, John. Who's the one horse to beat for your big fella today?
Well, I'll give you a question. Like you want an answer, I'd say the whole lot of them. There's a story behind every single horse, and all nice horses. They've all won a lot of money, and a lot of professional training's gone into the horses. So I'll give you one answer, not one horse. A whole lot of them. Anything really. When you look at it, some of those really nice horses are paying good odds, and you know, it's for us to beat them, not them to beat us.
Thanks for your time this morning, John. Good luck on the first on the card, and the sixth with the big fella Julius coming out of Te Rapa today.
Pleasure. Look, thanks so much for the chat, and good luck to the punters.